Do you ever remember trying to ride your dog like it was a horse as a child? Probably wasn't what you expected, and it was probably way too small. Riding a horse is much more complicated than you think. Certain gestures or sounds will make the horse do certain things. Although I'm not a professional, I do know how to properly get on and off of a horse and to ride. Riding a horse takes a lot of practice to get comfortable, and there are certain things that you should know how to do before riding. Getting on and off of a horse properly can even be difficult, and it would take a lot of practice and patience to become an experienced rider. Riding a horse is not for everyone, and it takes a very relaxed and patient rider to master the skills. Developing a relationship with the horse will help the process tremendously. To become a comfortable rider, the rider must understand the basics before riding, how to comfortably ride, and how to properly dismount. To become a comfortable rider, it is essential that you master basic skills before jumping on to ride. According to Blocksdorf, knowing how to properly tie your horse safely is important. You may want to start with grooming or saddling, and to do so, you will need to tie your horse. According to the Spruce Pets article on how to properly tie your horse, you will want to do a loose tie and not a solid tie. Tying your horse solid can end badly, as if your horse gets spooked and it tries to get away, it can injure yourself or others. It's even better to teach a horse to stand, as if a horse that knows to stand will be less likely to try the ropes. Learning the basics is so important before you start riding because you are in control. If trouble is near, you need to be able to get out of it, or if you get lost or separated from your group. Grooming horse before you take it out is very important. It'll help check for injuries, and you'll want to remove dirt and grit, which could cause saddle or girth sores. This will also help create a bond between you and your horse. Cleaning your horse's hooves will also ensure injuries. You'll want to pry out any dirt or manure and check for thrush, grease heel, or cracks in the hooves, which would be painful for the horse. After learning basic steps before riding your horse, you will now be ready to learn how to saddle up and get going. Riding properly is important because you don't want to injure yourself or the horse. According to Blocksdorf, getting on the horse properly, you need to check your equipment, stand beside the horse, get in position to pull yourself up, and throw your leg over the back. And then when you get on, you'll want to make sure that your reins and your stirrups, you have a firm grip. After you're comfortable, you'll want to cue yourself to walk, squeezing both legs behind the girth area. You'll want to keep your body in the correct position, have your chest up, look in the direction that you want to go in, and don't sit crooked, as this can set things off with your horse and mess up the cues. You'll then want to sharpen your cues. Using your body parts you don't always use can become awkward. Keep practicing to cue your horse correctly. You'll want to practice this at a walk. You want to be able to turn your horse while cueing to walk, and doing these at the same time can be awkward. You don't want to rush into riding faster. Keep working at a walk. According to Blocksdorf, working at the walk will allow you to increase coordination, balance, and security, which will help you become a better rider overall. According to Blocksdorf, learning how to dismount correctly off of your horse is very important. You'll want to find a good place to practice, and you'll want to have a coach or a friend to help you hold the horse. You'll want to move your feet out of the stirrups. You want to have both of your reins in your left hand. Hold your hands onto the horse's neck and shift your weight so that your seat is slightly out of the saddle. You want to sling your leg over the horse, bend knees nicely, and to land. Once you're off, lift your reins over the horse's head and lean the horse up with your reins holding under the chin. Put all of your tack up properly for your next ride. To becoming a comfortable rider, you want to understand the basics before riding, how to comfortably ride, and how to properly dismount. As said earlier, riding a horse comes with a lot of patience and courage, along with things that you'll need to be done before going out on a ride. Overall, the rider must be relaxed. The horses can tend to sense fear, and being uncomfortable may injure riding experience badly. Develop a bond with your horse, and don't make riding a job, make it fun too.